Assalamualaikum. I am Maria Raza from APS 7 Streams. This is going to be the third lesson of Pakistan series. Commencing with the name of Rahman and Rahim. Dear learners, at the end of today's lesson, you will be able to discern the efforts, problems, and dismissal of the first tenure of Benazir Bhutto and Nawaz Sharif's government. In today's lesson, we are going to discuss the recap of the previous lesson, government of Muhammad Khan Junejo, Geneva Accord, end of Ziaul Haq's era, Benazir Bhutto's regime, come Nawaz Sharif's era in terms of efforts, problems, and their dismissal. It's about time to flashback some of the ideas of the previous lesson. Constitution 1973, considered to be the permanent constitution of Pakistan. Before this constitution, how many other constitutions Pakistan got? Can we say 2 or 3? The first constitution which Pakistan got after a period of 9 years in 1956. The second constitution by President Ayub Khan in 1962. And finally, the Constitution 1973. Constitution 1973 consisted of 280 articles and 7 schedules. What is the basic difference between the two? The point of difference is that if you just let me exemplify this point here, that if you remember the very first point regarding the Islamic provision, or we can say that it was that sovereignty belongs to Allah Almighty. The ultimate power belongs to Allah Almighty. This was the idea taken from the objective resolution. If you recall, was the complete paragraph of objective resolution mentioned in that point? No. So this was the article. The complete passage of the complete points of objective resolution is added in the another part that is called schedule. So it means the idea is mentioned in the article, whereas the complete reference is mentioned in the part that is called schedule. So this is the basic point of elaboration between the two. The last point, Islamization in Pakistan. Who discussed about the reforms regarding the Islamization in Pakistan? Let me give you a clue. Iskandar Mirza, Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, Ayub Khan, or Ziaul Haq. Respect of month of Ramadan, the Hajj transmission on television, interest-free banking, zakat system, Sharia faculty. Yes, he was General Ziaul Haq. Now, how Muhammad Khan Junejo came in government. 5th July 1977, General Ziaul Haq imposed martial law in order to control the situation. When there was rebellion between the Pakistan People's Party and Pakistan National Alliance due to the result of election. So after that martial law, after a period of 8 years, in 1985, election was organized by General Ziaul Haq. As a result of that election, Ziaul Haq became the President of Pakistan, whereas Muhammad Khan Junejo became the Prime Minister of Pakistan. Muhammad Khan Junejo was the former member of the Pakistan People's Party from Sindh. On 30th December 1985, Muhammad Khan Junejo was the person who promulgated the end of martial law. He removed martial law, due to which he got appreciation from Germany, Turkey, and United States. Now the next topic is Geneva Accord. Geneva is a place in Switzerland. On 14th of April 1988, there was settlement. Basically, the term accord means agreement or settlement. So we can elaborate, we can rephrase that on 14th April 1988, there was settlement in Geneva, Switzerland between United States of America, Soviet Union. At this time in 1988, we cannot use the term Russia for Soviet Union, Pakistan and Afghanistan. Now, the terms stipulated in this accord was that Soviet Union should accept the defeat and ask for the withdrawal of its troops from Afghanistan. Besides, there ought to be return of the refugees from Afghanistan to the native land, that was from Pakistan to the native land, that was Afghanistan. And this accord started from the period of May 1988 till 15 February 1989. This accord was the result of, the repercussion of the attack of Soviet Union on Afghanistan in 1979. Now, the end of Ziaul Haq's era. Ziaul Haq's era ended because of certain circumstances. The foremost one we can say that Ojri, the name of place between Rawalpindi and Islamabad. In 1988, army camps were set in this place. Haplessly, the army camps caught fire. Due to blaze-up of fire, it was not facile for the management to control it. So this was finally, the interminable fire was controlled after a period of 1 week. At this point of time, Prime Minister Muhammad Khan Junejo was on the tour of Sindh, whereas the President General Ziaul Haq, he was on the tour of Kuwait in order to attend the Organization of Islamic Cooperation Conference. So when this news spread, the Prime Minister Muhammad Khan Junejo, on the same day, 29th May 1988, he returned back to Islamabad at this area. While returning, he was surrounded by a throng of news reporters in order to investigate about the situation. And unluckily, on the same day, he got his dismissal. Muhammad Khan Junejo was dismissed by the President Ziaul Haq. As a result of dismissal of Junejo's government, there was dissolution of national and provincial assemblies. So a period of 3 years of regime of Muhammad Khan Junejo came to an end. After a few months, let us say on 17th August 1988, there was a plane crash that resulted in the demise of President Ziaul Haq. So this was the end of Ziaul Haq's era. Now, in the same year, after a few months, election was organized by Ghulam Ishaq Khan. As a result of election, Pakistan People's Party under the headship of Benazir Bhutto was the leading party. How Benazir Bhutto? Because in 1977, Zulfikar Ali Bhutto was arrested and his execution occurred in 1979. So at this point of time in 1988, the chairperson of Pakistan People's Party was Benazir Bhutto. And Benazir Bhutto was the first women Prime Minister of Pakistan. Now, he made certain efforts in his ruling period. The first one is the membership in Commonwealth. In 1972, in the ruling period of Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, Pakistan was separated from the membership of Commonwealth. whereas in 1989, Benazir Bhutto, Prime Minister Benazir Bhutto was the person who rejoined Pakistan with the Commonwealth once again. Secondly, in terms of foreign policy, Benazir Bhutto showed positive attitude for establishing good relationship with India, is when Rajiv Gandhi, in terms of attending the 4th SAARC conference in Pakistan, he was cordially welcomed by Benazir Bhutto. And beside this, in June 1989, Benazir Bhutto made an official visit to US. So this was the step to substantiate the good relationship between the countries, that is Pakistan and United States. Furthermore, employment opportunities were provided to public in terms of social welfare. Now, Benazir Bhutto faced certain problems, certain hurdles. The manifest one was Coca-Cola massacre. This massacre happened on 27th May 1990, when there was the point of shoot on sight curfew. As a result of this, there was search operation by police in houses that resulted in the protest of Mohajir. There rose fights between Sindhis and Mohajir, and almost death of 300 women and children happened. So this was one of the leading problems for the Prime Minister of Pakistan, for Benazir Bhutto. Secondly, there was accusation of corruption because of her husband Asif Ali Zardari. Thirdly, Nawaz Sharif's opposition, that after a period of 11 months of tenure of Benazir Bhutto, the opposition parties organized a no confidence march, a no confidence move in the assembly in order to show great opposition to the governing body. And lastly, there was disagreement with President Ishaq Khan over the military appointments and dismissal of the army. Now, how Benazir Bhutto's government came to an end, that on 6th August 1990, Ghulam Ishaq Khan announced the the termination of Benazir Bhutto's regime because of the charge of corruption. Secondly, because of the accusation or charge of nepotism. Nepotism, we can exemplify here that Benazir Bhutto's mother was hired as a senior minister. Besides, her father-in-law was the chairman of the Parliamentary Accounts Committee. Now, after the dismissal of Benazir Bhutto's government, again there was election in 1990. As a result of this election, Nawaz Sharif became the Prime Minister of Pakistan and Ghulam Ishaq Khan is the President of Pakistan. Now, the efforts of Nawaz Sharif, he announced took a step for the agriculture, which resulted in the increase in agricultural production and export. Secondly, there was Zulfikar Ali Bhutto nationalized, then privatization by Ziaul Haq, as well as further steps were taken by Nawaz Sharif in 1991 when Muslim Commercial Bank MCB and Allied Bank, the two banks, were privatized. After this, the productivity of banks increased. And the third point regarding the efforts of Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif was in 1992 when he set up Pakistan Baitul Mal for the purpose of financing aid to paupers, to the poor, to the needy ones. And regarding the foreign policy, he played the role of mediator for peace in Afghanistan. He invited India for Kashmir issue. But regarding Kashmir issue, the plan just went up in smoke without any result. And in 1991, Nawaz Sharif adopted the policy of the defensive policy in Desert Storm. Desert Storm, the terms are used for the that in 1915 January 1991 when Iraq attacked Kuwait. So certain countries under the headship of United States made their alliance in order to attack Iraq. This was the point in 1991 when Nawaz Sharif just took proactive step for Pakistan and did not participate in that alliance. So that complete attack on Iraq is termed as Desert Storm. Now, in terms of national plan, he introduced the motorway project M2. The plan actually finished in 1997, whereas the plan was conceived in 1991 in the first ruling period of Nawaz Sharif. Secondly, in order to reduce unemployment, Yellow Cab Scheme, Yellow Taxis, the scheme was initiated by Nawaz Sharif. Besides, Gwadar Manipur in Balochistan and passing the Sharia bill. He passed the Sharia bill on the basis of Islamization, on the basis of mass media to promote Islamic values. Besides, Nizam-e-Adl with the purpose of Islamization of judicial system. And as earlier I have discussed, Baitul Mal system, this was the charitable institution, the welfare fund for providing assistance to the pauper, to needy, widows and orphans. And now it's time to discuss the problems of Nawaz Sharif. In his first tenure, it was cooperative societies scandal. Cooperative societies scandal basically almost 7 lakh people of Punjab invested their money in this society, in this cooperative society. And this society loaned billions of rupees to Nawaz Sharif's family business. This was ill reputation of Nawaz Sharif and ill image of the society, which became an scandal. Secondly, Kalashnikov culture. Kalashnikov culture in a way that when Soviet Union in 1979 attacked on Afghanistan. So due to safety, refugees were allowed in Pakistan in this movement. Now there was entry of weapons in Pakistan. And the facsimile, the copy was made in Pakistan at a very cheap price. So cheap selling of Kalashnikov was rampant in Pakistan. And the last problem we can add up here that Nawaz Sharif cancelled his trip to Japan due to worse situation in country as Kalashnikov was rampant, so the situation was worst. And now, regarding the dismissal of Nawaz Sharif's government, in April 1993, President Ghulam Ishaq Khan, on the basis of 8th Amendment in the Constitution 1973, got this power that President could dismiss the Prime Minister. So this was what he did. On the basis of scandal of cooperative society, and the foremost reason was the disagreement on the appointment of Chief of Army Staff. The Chief of Army Staff that President Ghulam Ishaq Khan decided few minutes before the official announcement in front of the public, few minutes before this official announcement, Nawaz Sharif came to know about the name of person as the Chief of Army Staff. So this was the profound disagreement between the two personalities. Now the time to jot down the questions is part of home assignment. State the important events of Prime Minister Benazir Bhutto's government. Narrate the important events of Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif's government. Lastly, why did Ghulam Ishaq Khan dismiss Benazir Bhutto's government? These are the questions that we have discussed in today's lecture. Wish you best of luck. Thank you.